Yo, what is going on, you guys? Mamba gang, Mamba army, Laker fans, Kobe fans, basketball fans, and best of all, the millions, thousands, and hundreds of my fans out there in the world. And of course, you guys know I'm saying that really sarcastically if you haven't gotten it by now. But anyways, let's get right into it. Yes, you see the title of this video. I am selling my sneaker collection. It is that time of my life, man, to get rid of all my shoes, sell everything, and just cash out, man. Of course not, you guys. Of course I'm not gonna get rid of my Kobe's. Yes. So a little clickbait for this title of this video, but I am getting rid of quite a bit of my shoe collection, and for the most part is gonna be Jordans and anything that is not Kobe shoes, you know what I mean? I've just been looking, like, I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So I obviously have a huge collection of Kobe's. You guys already know by this channel, if you've been watching for a while, all I've shown is Kobe's, but I also collect Jordans. I wear a lot of runners lately, like Vomeros. Once in a while I'll throw on some New Balances, Vomeros, Dunks. I'm not really a dunk guy, but I'll cop some once in a while that I'm really into, but I've yet to even wear. And you know, just a bunch of random stuff. And at this point I'm like, you know what, as I explained in my last video, I'm thinking about my future, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at it and I'm like, I really don't use a lot of these shoes, and I just buy stuff sometimes out of the fear of missing out, you know, the FOMO, and it's not worth it, man. Sometimes I've kind of made some calculations already and I end up losing money in the long run buying some stuff even at retail. It goes the low retail later on. And sometimes, you know, you guys already know, shoes is like stocks. They go up and down. Sometimes the price goes up, sometimes the price goes down, sometimes it goes back up, but you just don't know what's gonna happen. And you know, as you guys already know right now, the economy, the things that have been going on in our country, business wise and all that. For me, man, I've been trying to keep up with some of the trends on these shoes and if they're going up in price or not, in value, but some of them are just gonna keep going down, and I'm really like, man, I'm just gonna get rid of some. And I am gonna start with stuff like this, man. Although when I started collecting shoes, stuff like this was the stuff that I was buying. This was back in 2012, 13, around those years. And yeah, man, because if you guys don't know, man, I'm a huge Kobe fan, but most of the Kobe's that I do have, even in these orange boxes, I didn't start buying those till I was like in 2017, 18 and stuff like that, you know. And it was, you know, stuff that I found on eBay, OfferUp for cheap, and it was OG stuff, but it was, you know, obviously not going for how crazy Kobe prices are now. But I originally started collecting Jordans, you know, that was like kind of the hype thing back then. And you know, as you guys see, the Fear 4s just came out today, and those are, I think, sitting on Nike right now. You know, just the whole shoe game itself right now is kind of like in an awkward position. And you know, I'm kind of honestly just outgrown it, and little by little I'm starting to outgrow you know, just wearing a lot of these shoes. Like, this is really stiff on my feet nowadays, man. Like, it's really hard. It was good back in the day when I used to play a lot of ball, or I wanted to impress, you know, other people and show off and all that. But nowadays it's like, you know, and these are used, but they're in great condition. As you guys can see, I take care of my shoes. Like, these used to crease a lot in the back ankle area right there. And so yeah, man, so I'm thinking of just kind of, you know, selling some of my Jordans for the most part. Those are probably going to give me the most value right now. And then little by little just downsizing my collection, man. So I have a bunch there. I have a lot of Kobe's here, a lot of mixed stuff here. And you know, and then I have a closet full over there. So it's just gotten to the point where I'm just kind of like over it, in a sense that I'm not saying I hate sneakers and I'm over them. I love sneakers themselves. I think once you become a sneakerhead, in a sense, I think it just becomes a passion of you to want shoes. but it just doesn't make a sense to collect so many and just have them sitting there, man. It's just financial wise, and if you have other goals in mind in your life, it just probably doesn't make sense unless you want to make, like, I don't know, be the biggest sneaker collector there is, you know, and you got it like that, you know, like DJ Khaled, Fat Joe, all these dudes that are, you know, wealthy and good enough and don't need, you know, having a shoe collection is not gonna financially hurt them and stuff like that, then so be it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, man, shoes do grow old, they crumble, and you know, for me, it's like, man, after the couple of years, Nike is gonna bring these back. They just brought back this exact same shoe, but in a velvet form. What was it, like last week, 2 weeks ago? So I know Nike's gonna bring these back in a reimagined form or whatever form. They're gonna bring these back in 2-3 years from now. So it doesn't make sense for me to keep these anymore, you know what I mean? Especially this pair. This came out, what, 2018 or 19 or something like that? So for me to keep it and then Nike bring it back in a year or two, this one is gonna lose its value because everyone's gonna want the new one, and then before you know it, this one's gonna start separating and blah blah blah, and you know, you're gonna lose out on some cash value there, you know what I mean? So for me, that's just the way I see it. I used to have more off-whites. I think these are Air Max off-whites, some reimagined, a second pair of reimagined, and then this is the Hyper Royal Jordan 1 right there. So I'm thinking of taking these to a local resale shop and seeing how much they're gonna give me. Of course, I am gonna try not to get lowballed. I'm gonna make the best decision as I can. I do want to get rid of them, but I'm not gonna be just handing them out, you know what I mean? If I can sell them to someone personally and, you know, hook someone up that I know is gonna wear them, even better. But yeah, man, we'll see. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, or fill you guys in of what I've been kind of thinking of doing. It's just, man, I'm getting older, and it just doesn't make sense to me, man. I wake up and I see a bunch of boxes and shoes, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I don't need this. You know what I mean? I don't really need this. You know what I mean? And I don't plan on opening up a shoe store. I don't plan on becoming the biggest sneaker collector or reseller or anything like that. So to me, it's time to go, man. And I'd rather get rid of all the Jordans and anything else that I don't need and keep the Kobe's, because Kobe's is what I'm making my content out of, you know what I mean? Kobe related stuff. And I'd rather invest all that money that I have in Jordans to future Kobe's instead of just keeping it here, you know what I mean? But other than that, man, I mean, that's all I wanted to let you guys know. Happy Saturday. Did you guys end up watching the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight last night? Yeah, man, I mean, what did you expect? I mean, the dude's close to 60 fighting a 30 years younger dude, and it's just like, you know, I mean, I love Mike. Mike is a beast. He's always gonna have everyone's heart. And even after the fight, when they interviewed him, and he said, "Is this over? Is this your last fight?" You can tell, like, his mind is telling him he wants to keep going, man, but his body is just saying no, man. So one thing that caught my attention about that interview at the end, man, is just, or even just the fight itself and just seeing him fight, is just appreciate your time, man, because seeing him from being all these old videos from when we used to be in his prime, knocking dudes out, to like barely his legs moving around and getting pushed around by Jake Paul, man, it's just crazy how life is, man. Just, you gotta appreciate that youth and that energy that you have while it lasts, because at some point you guys are gonna be down and slower and not able to move as fast, and you know what I mean? So just appreciate your life, man. Appreciate that youth that you have. Make the best out of it. Take care of yourselves, man. Stay healthy, eat right, exercise, and all that good stuff, man. But with that being said, man, happy Saturday once again, and I appreciate every one of you guys watching. Much love and support, and as always, Mamba mentality, becoming the best version of yourself. Until next time, peace.